video we are going to start a new topic number 3, ionic equilibria. So first of all, what is equilibria? Equilibria means equality with respect to time, which means the rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of backward reaction. For example, acetic acid CH3COH, which is a weak electrolyte. Now when this weak electrolyte acetic acid breaks up, it gives two ion, one negative ion and other is a positive ion. So CH3CO minus plus H plus. So this is a forward reaction. When acetic acid breaks up, it gives CH3CO minus plus H plus. Now what is backward reaction? When CH3CO minus combine with H plus to form again acetic acid, this is a backward reaction. Now the rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of backward reaction is called the equilibrium, or we can say that the time taken by the forward reaction is equal to the time taken by the backward reaction, that is called equilibrium. Now what is ionic? Ionic means associated with ions. Ion means either cation, anion, positive ion, negative ion. So ionic means associated with ion, cation and anion. So the equilibrium between ions and molecule in case of weak electrolyte is called as ionic equilibrium. Again, the equilibrium between ions, negative, positive ion and unionized molecule in case of weak electrolyte, that is called ionic equilibrium. Now when the state is achieved, when ionic equilibrium that stage is achieved, the certain measurable properties such as pressure, concentration, density, color, that properties do not change with time at equilibrium state. They remain static, they remain constant, which means at equilibrium state pressure remains constant, concentration remains constant, color remains constant, density remains constant. So these properties do not change with time at equilibrium state. They remain static, they remain constant. Now we will explain two major terms. First one is a electrolyte and second one is a non-electrolyte. So what is the difference between electrolyte and non-electrolyte? Electrolyte means the substance which gives ion when it dissolves in water. For example, sodium chloride. If we dissolve sodium chloride in water, we got two ions, Na plus and Cl minus. One is a positive ion and other is a negative ion. And because of the formation of ions, flow of electricity or flow of electron takes place. Means due to the formation of ions that conduct electricity. So that is called electrolyte. For example, HCl. When we dissolve HCl in water, it gives two ions, H plus and Cl minus ion. Also NaOH. When we dissolve sodium hydroxide NaOH in water, we got two ions, Na plus and OH minus. So these are the substances when they dissolve in water, they give rise to ions, positive ion and negative ion. And because of the formation of ions, flow of current, flow of electricity takes place, which means a formation of ions that conduct electricity. Now we will explain what are non-electrolytes. Non-electrolyte means the substance which do not gives ions when they added in the water. They remain as it is. They remain in the molecular form. For example, sugar. Sugar is a non-electrolyte. If we added sugar in water, they does not produce ions like positive and negative as like in case of electrolyte. So that is why they are called non-electrolyte. Means the substance which do not give ions in the aqueous medium or molten medium, that is called non-electrolyte. They remain as it is. They remain in the molecular form in the solution. For example, sugar, benzene and urea. If we added benzene in water or if we added urea in water, they remain as it is. They do not produce ions such as positive and negative ions. So that is the difference between electrolyte and non-electrolyte. Electrolyte, a substance that give us ions, positive and negative ion, and due to the formation of ions, flow of electricity, flow of current takes place. And non-electrolytes means the substances which do not give ion in the solution. They remain as it is. They remain in the molecular form. Now we'll explain the types of electrolytes. Two types. Number one, strong electrolyte, and second one is a weak electrolyte. For example, first we will understand strong electrolyte. HCl is called strong electrolyte. Now what is strong electrolyte? Strong electrolyte means a substance which ionizes completely in the solution or which ionizes almost completely in the solution. For example, HCl. When HCl dissolves in water, it gives complete ionization of ions such as H plus and Cl minus. And for example, suppose we have 100 moles of HCl, then we got 100 H plus and 100 Cl minus. So this is complete ionization, complete dissociation of HCl. And when the substance which completely ionize or which almost completely ionize in the solution, that is called a strong electrolyte. Now we will calculate the degree of dissociation alpha in case of strong electrolyte. So formula of degree of dissociation alpha is equal to number of moles dissociated divided by total number of moles into 100. So here we will calculate the percentage dissociation. So that is why we multiply this one by 100. So here we will calculate percentage dissociation. So the formula number of moles dissociated divided by total number of moles into 100 for the percentage dissociation. So here total number of moles 100, number of moles dissociated 100 into 100. So the alpha is equal to, in case of HCl strong electrolyte, number of moles dissociated 100 divided by total number of moles 100 into 100 percentage is equal to 100%. So this is the degree of dissociation in case of HCl. So here the degree of dissociation is 100%. That is why the given electrolyte is a stronger one. We can identify the given electrolyte is a stronger or weaker from this alpha degree of dissociation. If we know the alpha degree of dissociation of that substance, we can identify the given substance is a strong or weak. If the degree of dissociation is between 80 to 100%, in that case the given electrolyte is a stronger one. And in case of alpha degree of dissociation is less than 20%, in that case the electrolyte is a weaker one. So here the degree of dissociation alpha is equal to 100%, more than 100% or more than 80%. That is why it is called a strong electrolyte. HCl is a strong electrolyte. Another example of strong electrolyte such as sodium hydroxide, NaOH. NaOH is also strong electrolyte. It gives ions Na plus OH minus. Here also if we have 100 NaOH, then out of 100 we got 100 Na plus and 100 OH minus. Or if we have 100 NaOH moles, then we got 95 Na plus and 95 OH minus ions. So in case of NaOH, the alpha will be 95%, which means more than 80%. That is why energy also called as strong electrolyte. Now we will understand a weak electrolyte. For example, acetic acid CH3COH, which gives CH3CO minus plus H plus. Now why it is called weak electrolyte? Because weak electrolyte is a substance which ionize partially in the solution. For example, acetic acid. Suppose we have 100 moles of acetic acid, then out of 100 only 5% we got 5 CH3CO minus and 5 H plus. Suppose we have 100 moles of CH3COH and out of 100 only we got 5 CH3CO minus and 5 H plus ion. So now we will calculate the degree of dissociation in case of weak electrolyte. So alpha is equal to number of moles dissociated, which will be 5 divided by total number of moles 100 into 100. So alpha is equal to 5%. So we can identify the given electrolyte is a stronger or weaker one from the value of alpha. So here alpha is less than 20%, only 5%. That is why the given substance is a weak electrolyte. Here the alpha is more than 80%, 80, 90 or 100%. That is why given electrolyte is a stronger one, HCl or NaOH. We have another example of weak electrolyte such as sodium ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH. NH4OH. And NH4OH is also weak electrolyte and it gives ions NH4 plus OH minus in the aqueous medium when it dissolves in the water. Aqueous medium. So this is also weak electrolyte. Out of 100 it ionizes only 5 to 10%. So degree of dissociation in case of NH4OH is less than 20%. So that is the difference between strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte, and we can identify the given electrolyte is a stronger one or a weaker one from the value of alpha. That is called a degree of dissociation. That is number of mole dissociated on the right hand side then total number of moles on left hand side into the Hershey into 100 for the calculation of percentage dissociation. So strong electrolyte means a substance which ionizes completely or almost completely in the solution, and weak electrolyte which ionize partially in the solution.